It was wonderful because I'm a one income family and I have kids and I have a wife. It actually was a burden. It actually took a burden from me and it took a monkey off my back, knowing that I can complete my education and not worry about how I'm going to pay for it.
This is Elsie Odom, Del Mar College Foundation Scholarship Coordinator. Thank you for joining me today. We have some good information to share with you about how to apply for Del Mar College Foundation scholarships. At the end of this session, I'll have a Q&A and I'll answer any questions that you may have. So first thing is first, the Del Mar College Foundation online scholarship application will close this Friday, April the 30th at midnight. So after today, you only have 2 days to apply for scholarships. Get your application in before the deadline. If you have questions about logging in or any other questions, please visit our Get Answers page. We have that up on the screen right now. This page will answer all of your questions from logging in to how many hours you have to be enrolled in to qualify and so on. This is good information to have and to read, so make sure you visit the Get Answers page. The next slide is, what is a scholarship? A scholarship is money given to you by a financial donor through the Del Mar College Foundation. We have many generous donors here in the Coastal Bend who create scholarships and donate to existing scholarships so students like yourself can continue their education. They understand life happens. They understand you have families at home. They understand you have children at home. They understand you are juggling school, work, family life, and they have a passion to give to our future nurses, our future welders, our future firefighters, our future dental hygienists, our future teachers, our future journalists, engineers, law enforcement, architects, and so many other majors. And the beauty of these scholarships are they do not need to be paid back. Once you receive it, it is yours to keep. So the next slide is, how can scholarship money be used? Your scholarship can be used towards tuition, books, fees, and so on. If your tuition is paid for by other means, meaning you have financial aid, you have Pell, you have other outside scholarships, or your tuition is even being paid by your parents, these scholarships that you are receiving or will receive is yours to keep, and you can use it to purchase gas to get to and from school. You can use it to buy a laptop for school. You can use it to pay for childcare. You can even use it to buy groceries and so much more. The bottom line is you earned these scholarships, you keep these scholarships, and they don't need to be paid back. So the next slide is scholarship facts. Number one is students can be awarded without regard to financial aid eligibility. So what does this mean? This means that you can receive financial aid, you can receive Pell, you can receive other outside scholarships, you can even receive military benefits, and you can still receive foundation scholarships on top of that. Now, isn't that exciting? Money coming in for your education from all different directions, so you can focus on school instead of worrying how you're going to pay for it. So the next slide is apply today. The online application is free and it's fast. It only takes about 10 to 13 minutes of your time. Tuition, fees, and books can be costly. We all know that. So no one should have their education limited due to lack of income. Receiving scholarships not only helps you pay for your education, but it can also help you boost your resume, network, and so on. The benefits of these scholarships are huge and make applying well worth your time. So make sure you complete your application before the deadline, April 30th, which is this Friday. It's coming up in 2 days before midnight. Students will apply at delmar.edu/scholarships. delmar.edu/scholarships. Again, that's delmar.edu/scholarships. So the next slide is getting personalized help. Another great resource to help you with your application is the Stone Writing Center. If you need assistance with the application, please call Kate Kennedy at 361-698-1364. She and the staff at the Stone Writing Center can help you with your application or any questions you may have. Again, deadline to apply is coming up in 2 days, so get your application in Friday, April the 30th. The next slide is information about what happens after you apply. At the end of your application, you get a message stating you did it. You can click on the left-hand side that says scholarships to see a list of scholarships you qualified for. If you don't see a list of scholarships, then something is wrong with your application. Go back and check your application. You can always call our office at 361-698-1317. That's 361-698-1317, and we'll look into your application. You will also get an immediate confirmation at the email address you used to log in, so make sure you check your junk and your spam folders as well. The next slide is, when do award notifications go out? Notifications go out at the end of May and run through July and sometimes August. Students will get notified through the email address they used to log into the application. We also have a rewarding process. This means that the students who did not accept their scholarships or decided they were not going to attend college this fall semester, those scholarships get re-awarded to other students. So now, after this, we're going to show you a small video.
The first time I got a scholarship, I got a letter in the mail. It was exciting. I had never got a scholarship. I didn't know how I got chosen or why I got chosen, but it really helped me because at the time I was doing all my core classes, so I was going to school full-time, I was working full-time, so it helped take a little bit of financial burden of school off my hands.
Thank you for joining me again today. So the last slide is make sure you apply today. Students will apply at delmar.edu/scholarships. The deadline to apply is coming up after today in 2 days. This Friday, April the 30th, get your application in before midnight. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can text us at 361-287-7085. You can call us at the foundation office, which is 361-698-1317, or you can email us at foundation@delmar.edu. Again, get your application in. The deadline to apply is coming up after today. It's in 2 days after today. So Friday, April the 30th at midnight is the last day to apply for Del Mar College Foundation scholarships. So now we're going to go into a Q&A session. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to filter those in. And I think I'm getting some of those questions in now. One of the questions is, can a student receive more than one scholarship? If we don't have any other students who qualified for a specific scholarship, a student can receive more than one scholarship. So to answer your question, that is yes. This is why it's very important you apply for foundation scholarships. These scholarships help pay for your tuition, books, fees, laptop, food, and so much more. So make sure you get your application in. Another question is, how do new and prospective students apply? So if you've never attended Del Mar College before, or you've only taken developmental courses are not credit courses, then you will log in as a prospective student, as a brand new student. And within the application, we have a question in there that says, that you will answer no to. The question is, have you taken Del Mar College classes for credit hours that count towards your degree or certificate? You will answer no to that question, and it will prompt you to upload your latest transcript. Now, these are for new students only. If you're a Del Mar student, you don't need to upload your transcript. These are only for new students only. You will upload your latest transcript, which can be either a high school transcript or it can be another college transcript. Let's just say you took classes at another college. You can also upload that transcript as well if you've never attended Del Mar before. Another question is, can dual credit students apply for Del Mar scholarships? Yes. To answer that question is yes. Dual credit students can apply as long as they will be attending at least 6 hours at Del Mar for the entire academic year. So our scholarships that we give are for the entire academic year. Let's just say you receive a $1,000 scholarship for the entire academic year. It will be divided into 2 semesters, 500 fall, 500 spring, as long as you meet the criteria of that specific scholarship. I do have another question. What is an emergency scholarship? So an emergency aid scholarship is a financial award to help students who experience some type of unexpected circumstances that jeopardizes their ability to pay for their education. So we have an emergency grant within the application that students can apply for as well. Both scholarships require at least 2 document uploads, so make sure you read the information carefully and upload the proper documents. Students will also go to delmar.edu/scholarships, and then they will click emergency assistance and then follow the instructions after that. So I do have another question coming in. Let's see, can you use scholarships for books? Yes, you can use scholarships for books. Now, these scholarships that we provide, they go towards your tuition first. If you have Pell and if you have foundation scholarships together, what you can do is you can also charge your books. The bookstore is very familiar with the charging process. So to answer your question, yes, you can use it to purchase books. Let's see, I think I have another question coming in. Can I get emergency assistance and a scholarship? Absolutely, yes. We understand that students have unforeseen circumstances or situations that happen throughout their education. So yes, you can get a scholarship and you can also get emergency assistance depending on what your situation is. It can happen. Another question is, what do you call an emergency? What do I call an emergency? Okay, so any type of unexpected circumstance. So it could be, let's just say you're still living at home. Let's just say your mom or your dad lost their job. It's an unexpected situation. They were not planning on losing their job. This is what happened with COVID. People lost their jobs. People got laid off because of COVID. So you lost your job or your hours got cut, and that is keeping you from paying for your education. So those are the types of emergencies that we look into. So the last or another question that I have here is, what if I have to leave school for family reasons? Do I lose my scholarship? So the scholarships cannot go with you to another facility. So let's just say you received, again, a $1,000 scholarship for fall and for spring. And then at the end of the fall semester, you had some type of family emergency or you had to leave school for some reason. You are just not allowed to receive your spring scholarship because you're not enrolled. So you do have to meet the criteria of that scholarship in order to receive it. So if you're no longer in school, then you won't be able to take the remaining balance with you. I hope that makes sense. So do we have any other questions? But remember, students apply today. You only have until Friday to apply for scholarships. The website to go to is delmar.edu/scholarships. You can text us again at 361-287-7085. You can call us at the foundation office. We do have our assistants there waiting for your phone calls at 361-698-1317, or you can also email us at foundation@delmar.edu. I do have another question coming in here. I have a friend who had to drop out because he got COVID. He took less credits the next semester. Okay, so I guess the question is, will he keep his scholarship? He took less credits the next semester. So once you receive your scholarship, as I mentioned earlier, you do have to follow the criteria and the guidelines of that specific scholarship. Again, as I mentioned in one of my earlier PowerPoints, we have part-time and full-time awards. So if you received a part-time award, that's at least 6 hours, you have to maintain those 6 hours throughout the entire academic year. If you received a full-time scholarship, you have to maintain the full-time status throughout the entire academic year in order to keep your scholarship. So I hope I answered your question for that. Again, Friday is the last day to apply for scholarships for Del Mar College Foundation scholarships. So get your application in. It's well worth your time. It only takes about 10 to 13 minutes of your time. The link to apply is delmar.edu/scholarships. Deadline is Friday, April 30th at midnight. So make sure you get your application in before midnight. I don't think I have any other questions coming in. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, again, feel free to text us, call us, or email us, and we'll be happy to assist you. Again, the Stone Writing Center is there to assist you with the application, as well as the foundation offices. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, the link to apply for scholarships is delmar.edu/scholarships. Deadline after today is in 2 days, April 30th at midnight. So get your application in before April 30th, this Friday at midnight. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this session. Again, feel free to contact us anytime if you have questions. Thank you so much.